राधाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिनी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिनी। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देगं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सखगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सखगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण। My Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy. We have finished 14 slokas in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that is attaining the Supreme. So in this chapter, Krishna is teaching us about how to reach him. And yesterday in this sloka, what we studied in the 14th sloka, Krishna says very clearly, those who worship me, those who remember me all the time without any deviation. Ananya chetaga satatam yo mam smarati nityasaka. So then I am very easy to obtain. Tasyagam sulabhaga partha nityayuktasya yogina. So I explained at length about what are all the various ways we can remember Krishna. Even in the 10th chapter, Arjuna also asks Krishna that what are all the various forms I can remember you. Kesu kesu cha bhavesu chintyosi bhagavan. So vistarenatmano yogam vibhudim cha janardana bhuyaka kadaya triptrihi sumvato na asti me amritam. So you are Krishna, you have expanded everywhere, and to hear about you from you, so there is nothing else is nectar for me. So you please tell me. So that's why katham vidyam aham yogim tvam sada parichintayan kesu kesu cha bhavesu chintyosi bhagavan maya. So kadam vidya aham yogim tvam sada parichintayan. So in how I can remember you, how I can think about you all the time. So because Krishna is teaching us in the 8th chapter, tasmat sarvesu kalesu, so mamanusmara dudyacha, you remember me all the time. So here Arjuna is asking Krishna, then katham vidya aham yogims tvam sada parichintaya. So sada means always, sarvesu kalesu, sada always. So how can I remember you all the time? So kesu kesu cha bhavesu chintyosi bhagavan maya. In what are all various forms, in what forms I can remember you. Various forms. Kesu kesu cha bhavesu chintyosi bhagavan maya. So that's what Arjuna is asking Krishna. So then Krishna teaches in the 10th chapter in the Vibhuti Yoga. So Krishna is saying that I am everything. So Krishna is everything. In this way, everything, wherever we see anything which is great, that is Krishna. So we normally try to glorify people who are good at something. So we think that person is great. This person is great, like that. But in reality, we should see Krishna in that person, because everything is happening only by Krishna's mercy. Without Krishna giving those skills, without Krishna giving the knowledge, no one can be great in this way. No one can do anything in this way. We cannot achieve anything. We cannot even move our little finger without Krishna approving us. That is the point we need to understand. So that way, if we understand that Krishna is everything, so Krishna is saying that you can easily obtain me. If you know that I am everything, Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Mattaga sarvam pravartati. So everything I am everything, then you can easily obtain. So that's why Krishna is saying, even in the 10th chapter also, Krishna says that everything is coming from me. So if anyone who understands this, so they will come to me. That's what Krishna is saying. That Buddhir jnanam asammohaga sama kshama satyam damasamaha sukham dukkham bhava bhavo bhayam cha abhayam eva cha ahimsa samatta tustihi kapodanam yaso yasaka bhavanti bhava bhutana mattayeva pratak vidaha. So mattayeva, it is coming from me. Mattayeva pratak vidaha. Pratak vidaha means this various kinds of buddhi, intelligence, jnanam, knowledge, asammoham, there is freedom from doubt, no confusion, asammoham. So that's what buddhi, jnanam, asammoha, shama, forgiveness, satyam, truthfulness, and dhamma samaha. So that means dhamma samaha means control of the senses and control of the mind. So then sukham, dukkham, happiness, distress, bhava, abhava, birth and death, bhava, abhavo, bhayam cha, abhayam eva cha. Bhayam, fear, and abhayam means fearlessness. So bhayam cha, abhayam eva cha. Then ahimsa, satyam, ahimsa, samata, tustihi. So ahimsa is non-violence, samata, equilibrium, and tustihi means satisfaction. So then tapo, danam, yaso, yasaga. Tapo, austerity, danam, charity, yaso, famous, fame, and yaso, yasagam. So then yaso, yasaga, then yasaga means infamy, yaso, ayasagam. Then bhavanti bhava bhutana mattayeva pratak vidaha. So you understand that all these bhavas, all these various features, various characteristics, bhutana. So everyone is having these kinds of characteristics, different characteristics, mixture of these characteristics, all these things. Krishna is saying that mattayeva pratak vidaha. So mattayeva. Mattayeva means they are coming from me. That's what mattayeva. Matta means from me, mattaha, from me. So everything comes from Krishna. So intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. So everything is coming from Krishna, and Krishna is the source of everything. That's what we need to understand from Bhagavad Gita. So that way, if we focus our mind on Krishna, if we connect ourselves with Krishna, then we will be able to receive all these good qualities from Krishna. That is the main thing. So Krishna wants to give. In fact, there are good qualities. There are many of them, good qualities. But the bad qualities, there are only few of them. So in the 16th chapter, Krishna lists so many good qualities in about 4 or 5 slokas in the 16th chapter beginning, when Krishna lists about the divine and demoniac natures. So, but in only one sloka, Krishna describes about the bad qualities. So the demoniac qualities, that's what Krishna describes in the 15th chapter. So in the sloka number 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1, 2, 3, all these 3 slokas, Krishna describes the good qualities, the divine qualities, the divine nature. But just in the sloka number 4, Krishna is describing about the demoniac qualities. So what are those demoniac qualities? So maybe I will just read out the translation of the divine qualities, because going through the sloka will take time. But quickly reading the translation of the divine qualities. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, and renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. But how about the demoniac qualities? Dambo, Darpo, Abhimanascha, Krodaga, Parusyamyevacha, Ajnanam cha Abhichatasya, Partha Sampadam Asurim. So Dambo, pride, Darpa, arrogance. Pride, arrogance, Abhimanascha, conceit, and Krodaha, anger, and Parusyam, there is harshness. So, and Ajnanam, ignorance. So, totally how many? Only 6. Whereas the divine qualities, Krishna was explaining many. So, here, pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance, these qualities belong to the demoniac nature, those of demoniac nature. So, that's what we understand about these divine and demoniac persons and all such things. But for us, we need to fulfill all this in the checklist. We need to fill, everything should be ticked for all these divine qualities. Then we will be able to go to Krishna as well. Because divine qualities, that is Devi Sampati Vimokshaya. So that's what it leads to liberation. If you have all those divine qualities, then it leads to liberation. Whereas Devi Sampati Vimokshaya Nibandaya Asuri Mata, the demoniac association will lead to bondage. So that's what Nibandaya Asuri Mata. So by studying this Bhagavad Gita, by understanding all these slokas, by connecting ourselves with Krishna, we will be able to get all these divine qualities. Then we will be able to remember Krishna. We will be able to focus our mind on Krishna. All these things are going to happen just by studying this Bhagavad Gita now. That's what we are doing every day. That's what we are studying. We are making good progress. So that way, if we are able to see Krishna everywhere in everything, everywhere, Krishna is there everywhere, and Krishna is there in everything, and everything is in Krishna, because Krishna is the super soul, and Krishna has expanded himself everywhere. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagadavvyakta murtina. So Krishna is in his unmanifested form. He can feel this entire universe. So that way, we need to understand the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So he is there everywhere, and he is there in within our body. He is there in our heart. So that's why Mano Kriddhi Niruddhyacha, we should fix our mind on Krishna in the heart. Krishna who is in the heart. So all these things can happen only if we have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. That's what we are striving. We are getting this knowledge every day. We are focusing to get this knowledge. All this time, every day we are continuing and studying this Bhagavad Gita to gain this knowledge, Bhagavad Gita knowledge. That is the song of God. So then Krishna is asking Arjuna, being deliberate on this, being deliberate on what all I have instructed to you, then you do what you want to do. That's what Krishna is saying. So I have given you all the knowledge what you wanted. So did you hear it very attentively? Kachiteta Shrutam Partha Tvaekagrena Chetasa. So did you hear everything with very, very attentively? Now Kachit Ajnana Sammohaga Pranastaste Dhananjaya. So now your Ajnana, your ignorance, Sammoha, your confusion, your delusion, Kachit Ajnana Sammohaga Pranastaste Dhananjaya. Did they go away? Did they go away? Are you clear? So that's what Krishna is asking Arjuna. So that way, we need to understand very well from Bhagavad Gita that with this knowledge, our mind will become very sharp. Our intelligence will be very sharp. So then we will be able to effectively utilize this human life. Again, this human life is a very rare opportunity. We have got it. And in this opportunity, we have to effectively use it. We should be connecting with Krishna all the time. We should not miss this opportunity. We should not miss the boat. This is the boat of knowledge. This is jnana plavenaiva. We should get into this boat. If we miss the boat, then we will sink in the ocean. So we are in the middle of the ocean and we are sinking in the middle of the ocean. And Krishna is giving this knowledge to help us to liberate ourselves from this material world. So we should make use of this knowledge. That is the main thing. So that way, it is very important, very, very important for us to study Bhagavad Gita every day and understand this entire Bhagavad Gita and completely focus and remember and all the time get ourselves connected with Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Because this is the knowledge only going to save us. If we have some problem in our body, disease, why do we go to doctor? Because doctor has the knowledge about what is happening in our body. So some infection, some bacterial infection or something happens. So if doctors are able to cure us because they know what kind of medication at what doses we can take, then they will cure all these things. So like that, we should have the knowledge about ourself, about our soul, our Atma. So this is very important, very, very important, extremely important for us. We cannot miss this opportunity. We should study, understand fully the entire Bhagavad Gita. Like we go to some competitive colleges and study all kinds of hard subjects. So like that, we should study this Bhagavad Gita fully. So if we study like that, if we gain this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita fully, so then we will be able to solve all the problems what we are facing in this life. Then we will be able to get a life which will not have any more problems. Anamayam, free from miseries. Krishna is saying that Janma Bandha Vinirmuktaga Gachanti, Padam Gachanti, Anamayam. Padam Gachanti, Anamayam means the place where there is no more distress, there are no more problems. So that's the place we need to go. So that is the place, there is Krishna's abode we need to go. So for that, the only way is this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is, this is the boat of knowledge. As I just explained, Krishna is saying that Jnana Plavenaiva Vrijinam Santarishyasi. If you get into this boat of knowledge, we'll be able to cross beyond the ocean of material miseries. Yajnatva Mokshase Asubat. Jnanam Jnana Sagidam. I'm explaining you this most confidential knowledge, both theoretical and experimental knowledge. Yajnatva Mokshase Asubat. So by knowing this knowledge, by getting this knowledge, you will be freed from all miseries of material existence, from the pangs of material miseries. So that's what is going to happen with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that way, we are very, very fortunate we are able to study this Bhagavad Gita every day. And Krishna is teaching us very clearly that the only way you can attain me, you can come to me, is just by all the time remembering me. All the time you remember me, that means do everything for me. So we can remember Krishna only if we do everything for Krishna. If our life becomes like that, in our life, every moment, each and every moment, if we are focusing only to please Krishna, then means we are not worrying about anything. We are not worried about anything in this material world. Because everything is completely taken care of by Krishna. So if we have that kind of Krishna consciousness, if we remember, so then we are not going to have any more worries. Our mind will be very, very peaceful. That's what is going to happen. Our mind should be, we should attain the peace of mind only by that way. And now in this chapter, in this 8th chapter, this is titled as Attaining the Supreme. And Krishna is teaching us that your mind should become very peaceful at the time of death. Then you will come to me. That's what we are studying from the beginning in the 8th chapter. So if we are able to focus our mind on Krishna, not on anything else in this material world, that is not difficult. That is not impossible. Even though it seems difficult, but once we get ourselves attracted to Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, just with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is a science, perfect science. So if we get this science, if we understand this science, And if we are able to realize that in this body we are not alone, we are not alone staying in this body. And Krishna, the super soul, the supreme God, he is also staying with us in this body. And he is ready to listen to us. He is ready to serve us. He is waiting as a servant. What did he do for Arjuna in the battlefield? Krishna was simply riding the chariot. That was just serving Arjuna. That's it. Did Arjuna serve Krishna or Krishna served Arjuna? Krishna only served Arjuna. So, when we study in Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna repeatedly say that Bhakti Yogena Sevate, whatever you do it for me, and do your duty, don't expect your results, because all the results they belong to me. Bhuktaram Yajna Tapasam. All such things Krishna is saying, but ultimately we need to understand that Krishna is serving the devotees. And Krishna is serving everyone, everyone, the Supreme God. So he cannot differentiate between the beings, differentiate between different people. So that's why he is saying that Samoham Sarva Bhutesu. I am equal to all living entities. Samoham Sarva Bhutesu Name Dvesyo Asti Na Priyaha. So I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. So that way, the Supreme God. Even other religions, we say that Son of God. Lord Jesus said that I am the Son of God. Krishna is saying that I am the Father. I am the Father of all living entities. Pitaham. Pitaham means I am the Father. Pitaham Asya Jagatto. Pitaham Asya Jagatto. I am the Father of this universe. That's what Krishna is saying. And Krishna is saying that Sarvayonisa Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavandiyaha Tasam Brahma Mahadyonihi Aham Bija Prataka Pita. So, I am the seed-giving father of all living entities. That's what Krishna is saying. So, this Bhagavad Gita, it includes all the philosophies. Everything is a part of this Bhagavad Gita we need to understand. So, if you study and understand Bhagavad Gita very well, then we will not have any more confusion. Everything will become very, very clear for us. Everything will become very, very crystal clear for us. So, that's what will happen by Krishna's mercy. So now we are in the 8th chapter, 25th sloka we are studying. So 15th sloka. 14th sloka we studied. Krishna taught us very clearly that Ananya Chetaga Sadatam Yomam Smaratti Nityasaga Tasyagam Sulabhaka Partha Nitya Yuktasya Yogina. So if anyone remembers me all the time without any deviation, then he will come to me. There is no doubt about it. Nitya Yuktasya Yogina. So, what is going to happen if we obtain Krishna, if we go to Krishna? That's what Krishna is teaching us in the next sloka. If we are able to go to Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we are qualified to go to Krishna, if we become eligible to get out of this material world, if we go to Krishna's world, then that's like a permanent resident of Krishna's world. That's it. We will never ever come back. We won't be deported at any point of time. That's what we are going to study in the next sloka. Krishna is teaching us in the next sloka, the sloka number 15. Krishna is saying that Mamupetya punarjanma dukkalayam asaswatham napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhim paramam gathaha. Mamupetya. If you come to me, if you achieve me, if you attain me, Mamupetya. So that's what in the previous sloka Krishna said that Ananya Chaitaga Satatam Yomam Smaratti Nityasaga Tasyaham Sulabhaka Partha Nityayuktasya Yoginaga. So without any deviation, all the time if you remember me, I am very easy to obtain. But if you come to me, if you remember me all the time, at the time of death, if you remember me, Antakalecha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati sa madbhavam yati nasti atra samsegam. So at the time of death, if you remember me, if you come to me, then Krishna is saying that Mamupetya, then Punarjanma means next birth, rebirth. That's what Punarjanma Dukkhalayam Asaswatam. This material world Krishna is calling us Dukkhalayam. Dukkhalayam means it's a temple of miseries. It's a place of miseries. Alayam. Alayam means place, temple. Where God is staying, we say that Devalayam. So Devalayam is where God is residing. So here, this is Dukkhalayam. This material world is Dukkhalayam, means it is where distress is staying. So everywhere, every step there is distress. Everywhere. This material world, we cannot avoid getting distress. This is a place for distress. And this is also a temporary place. Everything in this world is temporary. Everything. Completely. Everything is temporary. Asasvatam. Asasvatam means it's temporary. Dukkhalayam asasvatam. So napnuvanti. We will not come back. We will not come back. Napnuvanti. Mahatmanaga. Because we will become great souls. Because samsiddhim paramam gataga. Because when we attain perfection in this effort in this world, when we achieve Krishna, that is the supreme destination. So when we go there, we will not come back. That's why in the one sloka in the 16th chapter, Krishna is teaching us that. In the 15th chapter, Krishna is saying, Nathat basayate suryo nasasanko napavakaha yadgatvana nivartante taddama paramam mama. The abode of mind is never illumined by sun or moon or by fire. Anyone who comes there will not come back to this material world again. So that way, if we remember Krishna, if we go to Krishna, then we are not going to come back to this temporary miserable world. So that's why it's very, very important, extremely important for us to effectively use this human life, this time. We should spend each and every moment, we should spend only remembering Krishna, only in connection with Krishna, doing everything for the satisfaction of Krishna. That's why it's very important. Then only we can remember Krishna at the time of death, then we can go to Krishna as well. Otherwise, each and every moment, what is going to happen? Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tistati akarmakrit karyateki avasaka karma sarvaka prakriti jetuni. Not even a single moment one can refrain from doing something. All the time, each and every moment, kshanamapi, each and every moment, we are forced to act by the three modes of material nature. So if we study Bhagavad Gita, if we understand Bhagavad Gita, if we act as per the instructions given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, if we remember Krishna at the time of death, then we are going to go to Krishna. Very clear. There is no confusion, no doubt. Things are extremely clear, very, very clear in this Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is teaching us very, very clearly. Just remember me, you will come to me. That's it. Now we need to figure it out how to remember Krishna by studying this Bhagavad Gita, by understanding this Bhagavad Gita. So we need to connect ourselves with Krishna all the time. So right now, every day when we are studying Bhagavad Gita, we are remembering Krishna for the last 30 minutes. We didn't think about anything else. How many times we have used the word Krishna in our class, in our lecture for the last 30 minutes? So every time when you call Krishna, you are calling Krishna. Every time when you mention Krishna, you are calling Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. So that's why everything comes from me. Mattayeva pravartade. Mattayeva pratakvida. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaga sarvam pravartade. Mattaga sarvam pravartade. Everything comes from me. Everything emanates from me. So Krishna is the source of everything. So that way, right now, when everything is going great in our life, of course, we are suffering, we are struggling in this material world, especially in this pandemic. So everyone is struggling. But the important point here is that we are getting the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's what is very important. With this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will be able to come out of all the struggle, all the problems, just by following what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So this is the knowledge what we need. This is the knowledge each and every individual soul needs. That is the main thing. Each and every soul needs. Unfortunately, other species of life, animals or other species, they cannot use this knowledge. But for us, human beings, as I mentioned yesterday, we have got special brain. We have got a big forebrain where we can think, we can do a lot of things. So the large one. So we have to effectively use our brain. How we can effectively use our brain? By studying this Bhagavad Gita. So by Krishna's costless mercy, we finished 15th sloka in the 8th chapter today. I will stop now and we'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna. I will hand over to Siva Prabhu if anyone has got any questions.
Thank you so much, Guruji. We don't have questions, but there is a lot of new faces, I could see.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I see Mr. Gayan. Mr.